Christie before the game, so you want to shoot 10 threes. You know, maybe he did that tonight, but he had one of his best offensive games. He made 3 dunks. And just say what you saw out of him tonight.
Yeah, he was great. As we talked here the last couple of days about him, looking to be a little bit more aggressive, and you saw that this evening, not just from 3, but being able to get to the rim. I thought he was great on both sides, offensively and defensively, for us tonight.
When you're talking about Cooper and the proverbial rookie wall, how do you feel about tonight as a growth tonight? Because you did have the early foul trouble. He struggled offensively, but he contributed in other ways. I thought his energy was pretty high.
Yeah, I thought, again, it's not always going to be what you want. You're not always going to score 30 every night. And so he got in foul trouble. But I thought the maturity of being able to do other things for his teammates, finding them for threes or making plays for him and then rebounding the ball for us was big. I thought he competed. He's not one that's always going to score 30. He's going to try to help his team win and make plays, and I thought he did that tonight for us. I thought he was good, really good. Just being able to rebound the ball, we got to do a better job of entering the ball to him in the post, and so we'll work on that, clean that up. But I thought overall, both offensively and defensively, he was AD.
You started on the two tonight. Just what was kind of the thought process before that group tonight?
Yeah, just looking at, Gav doesn't get enough minutes with AD playing the 5, and so looking at trying to get that group to see if we can get something, and it didn't start off so well. But it's not how we start. It was we'll see this group a little bit more this week because with Gav playing the 5 and AD playing over 30-something minutes, it just limits Gav's time on the floor. But so I thought that group was good. The more that they can get a little bit of chemistry, will be better. But we want to be bigger, and Cooper got in foul trouble, and they jumped on us right away. But I thought the group stayed together, and we found a way to win.
In that vein, Brandon Williams came in and made a big lift right away.
Yeah, he's been great for us, being able to set the tone. I thought his decision-making, too, was really good. I know there's some turnovers there, but the intent was right. And so we'll look at those and see if we can clean those up, especially trying to get the ball to AD. But I thought he was aggressive getting to the rim, and again, just his pace helps us a lot.
Speaking of Will, of course, he had his doubting point in the game. Just talk about, of course, we talked about his journey. Just talk about that and the confidence.
Yeah, you talk about someone, he was a two-way last year, and we converted that into a NBA contract. His skill set is pretty high when you talk about his being able to use his speed, his playmaking, getting to the rim, and then shooting, getting to the free throw line. Again, tonight, he was really, really good. And he's been good for us coming off the bench. He gives us something that we don't have, and that's that speed and his ability to get in the paint. I think the next step for his growth is just being able to recognize and find others, right, that, we talked about not always being in 5th gear. You can be in 4th gear and still be the fastest one out there.
You mentioned the fourth quarter may have skewed the numbers a little bit, but the rebounding is obviously an emphasis for you guys. First 3 quarters, but you just guys seem to break even pretty well with them. How big was that?
That's a win. If you break even with this group, that's a win because they lead the league and by a big margin of the offense, and we still gave up 17, I think. So understanding we did our part. The 17 offensive rebounds didn't hurt us. They didn't, capitalize on that. We got lucky there, but they're one of the best at being able to give themselves second opportunities. 17 of them tonight. But I thought up to the 4th quarter we were doing our part of being able to get the rebound and then going out and playing with pace.
Fast breaks, we knew that was going to be a big part of tonight's game. You guys outscored them 21-14 in that aspect. What did you think about the game in transition?
Yeah, our pace was at a high. Being able to secure that rebound and then being able to run and then being able to finish is a big part of that. And I thought we did that at a high level for 48 minutes.
Just to follow up on Christie, he said that Clay's really helped him with his mindset as far as shooting, not even from the 3, but just in general, or just kind of if you miss the shot, flush it, and just go and take your team approach. Have you seen a change in him, like a kind of flip or switch or something? Because he seemed to have a lot more confidence lately in the shot.
Well, I think when you talk or getting advice from one of the best to ever do it, I think you should take that advice and run with it. And I think Christie has done that. When you talk about Clay and his ability to shoot and not make every shot, but have the confidence to take the next one. I think we've all heard about Steph. It's not about what his last shot was, it's what he believes he's going to do next. That separates the average from the greats. And so to hear it from a great, hopefully that's going to help Christie become one of the great ones in this game.
From your experience as a player, how long does it take you to kind of trust yourself in that regard?
Oh, everybody's different. That's why there's only so many greats. Everybody would be great if they could digest the information. So you have to work at it, and we believe Christie's going to work at it, and he wants to be great, and that's where it starts.
Coach, is there an update on video?
Sprained right ankle. We'll see how he feels day to day. Thanks.
Thanks, guys. We're still.
AD, how did it just kind of feel to have a bounce back game?
It felt good that we won. Individual stuff doesn't really matter to me as long as we win. It feels good to get our first win in the new year. I've been struggling to get some wins over the last few games, so come out with a good intensity, good energy. Got down early, but made a run, got some defensive stops, and guys made shots, and we were able to bounce back and kind of just hold the lead from there on out. So feel good to get the win, and especially going to this 2 days before we have for our next game. Get set. I've been a long 2 days thinking about it, so feel good to get the win.
You know Max better than anybody out of this group, probably from your time in LA. How have you seen him grow as a player?
D'Lo probably knows him better than me. Yeah, they talk a lot.
But how have you seen his game grow from his time with the Lakers to now, and just the aggressiveness that he's playing with?
Like I talked about, maybe a few months ago, it's just his confidence. He's very confident. We're instilling so much confidence in him to shoot the basketball, to attack the basket and finish, to make the right plays. So, he's shooting the ball extremely well at a very high clip. So he just have the utmost confidence, and we actually get mad at him when he don't shoot the ball. So, just keep going. He's playing very well for us.
Cooper has played the equivalent of a college season now, and Jason was talking about the proverbial rookie wall. I was wondering how you guys as veterans can help him through that.
Did he say he hit a rookie wall yet? He said that?
Well, Jason said, yeah, he felt like he was touching the rookie wall.
I don't know. I got to ask Cooper if how he's feeling.
Do you remember what it was like for you?
Obviously, actually finish your first question. Obviously when you're used to playing 38 games, and you come in and it's not even halfway point of the NBA season, it can be a lot. I mean, obviously we put a lot of pressure on him as well. We ask him to do a lot, so it can be tough. I mean, I think every rookie kind of hits it where they kind of go through a stretch, but I think he's playing good basketball. I don't remember my rookie wall, that was so long ago, but I think everyone in the season for every team kind of have what we call a dog days, because the season's just so long, and we see each other so much, you kind of get tired of seeing one another. We see each other more than we see our family. So, but I mean, it's our jobs to obviously still come in and be professionals and do our jobs. But it's our job as well as that's to kind of help Coop through that. Ryan as well. Yes, sir, and try to navigate him. Obviously, he's got to find his way and figure out ways to kind of get through it. But any questions that he asks, he can definitely come ask me.
And you're no stranger to in-game dunks, but for the fans watching, can you talk about what it's like when you see your teammate get those in-game dunks and kind of boost them around?
Yeah, especially when they're great dunks. Max had a couple, probably the most dunks he had in the game since he's been in the league. Coop always, how far with his dunk scaff, with his monster dunks. B. Will hit a dunk tonight. So anytime, those guys get dunks, especially, with authority, it kind of gets our team going, just a crowd going, so it could be a good momentum swing for us.
We saw you and Kyrie against this Houston team, obviously in February. How much hope, optimism of y'all getting back on the court together this season is there? Is that something y'all talk about at all or anything like that?
I don't know. Obviously, we want him back. You know, he's coming off a serious injury. Whenever you guys get a chance to talk to him, you know, you can ask him that question. You know, I don't try to hassle guys about coming back or how they feel. You know, I ask them obviously how you feel, but you know, to rush them to come back, you know, especially off an injury like that, you know, you got to take your time and be smart. So we haven't had a conversation, and you know, when that time comes, I'm pretty sure you know we'll discuss it. But whenever you guys talk to him,
yeah. I didn't mean like put a time on it. I just mean like whenever that is, you know.
Yeah, whenever it is. I mean, obviously, you know, he's a hell of a player, you know, Hall of Famer. He changed the dynamic of our team. So when he gets back, we're going to be even better team.
With Cooper coming into the league, his scouting report was pretty defensive heavy, and his offense has probably been better than maybe he even expected. What do you think of this early two-way player in the NBA?
He can do it all. I mean, he's 6'8". Is he 6'8"?
6'9", technically.
6'9". Can score from all three levels. He's doing a good job defending. You know, we're putting him on matchups that we feel like he can win. And even, you know, if he has to guard someone like KD tonight, he's good enough to take that challenge. And he wants that challenge, you know, to play against some of the best to ever do it. But his offense is, you know, blossomed, you know, over his last like 5 months since like September. And it's good to see. You know, he's won us some games for sure. He's helped us, you know, get to stay in games. He's took over some games. So, like I said, we lean on him heavy, you know, offensively because he's more than capable.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Thanks, AD.
Appreciate it.
I'm playing against him. It's my first time ever playing against him. I think this is year 7 for him now, or 8. This is crazy. But for our first time to play on Christmas and our families to be at the game in California, it was almost like a script. So it was kind of cool that we got to play against each other for sure. Yeah.
And then just talk about tonight.
Yeah. Then tonight, the 1,000 points. That's actually crazy. Something I never would have dreamed of. I always just wanted to make the NBA when I was little, with no really milestones coming in. But to reach that, it speaks a lot to the crew I have around me, to keep me ready on and off the court. And ultimately, it just led to that for sure.
Just talk about that journey, you know, like from Florida and everywhere else.
Man, we'd be here all night, bro.
Yeah, but really not. You give me the short version of that.
Yeah, it's just, it took a lot to get here. And like I said, I credit that to the people that are around me, my teammates, coaches, everybody played a part, for sure.
Did you know you were nearing 1,000 points?
I did not. I did not know that. I got me a thou wow.
Yes, well.
You got like
Like little Beezy.
a little thou wow.
Oh, wow, I like that.
Mm-hmm.
How do you spell that?
We'll be here all night. Don't
Yeah,
even
right. You already know that good.
Tonight, I thought you came in and gave a great change of pace, you know, to the start of the game. Do you come in with that mentality, or do you try to go into the flow of the game? Were
Both.
you trying to speed up the pace?
Both. I know my strengths, I know my weaknesses. Obviously, everybody knows my strength is being the speed. So if I can change the momentum of the game, especially in times where we need it, and it can help us win, I'm gonna do that every time. So, and if it can come into the flow of the game, that'll be just as perfect. So.
Have you figured out, and Devin Harris and I were talking about this because he said he figured out at one point in career that you don't have to always be at that 6 speed because even when you're at your 4th and your 5th, you're still blowing past people. Have you noticed that?
Yeah, for sure. You know, I watch film every day, just changing speeds, and Devin's one of the fastest guards. You know what I mean? One of the top fastest guards ever. So just kind of just picking my poison. Like you said, it doesn't always have to be that high speed. breaking it down, changing gears when necessary. Stuff that I'm learning still today. So
I just thought it was funny. He was like, "Yeah, I mean, I realized I could go at my third, fourth speed, and I'm still passing."
Right. It's the same.
And you can do the same.
Yeah.
That's a good comp, actually.
Yeah.
Devin was damn fast.
Oh no, me and Devin had a back and forth on the road a couple of years. Yeah. I was saying 08 Devin Harris versus 2026 B. Will.
Be pretty good.
Yeah.
I would
Thanks a lot.
take you just
Thank you.
because of.
Yeah, I think so. So far this season, 3. Might be the most of my career, actually. So felt good to be athletic out there. So
Are you laughing because AD said that? Or
everybody was telling me that. So, but it felt good. It was funny. But it felt good just to be athletic, be able to attack the rim with force, and get a couple dunks. So. Yeah.
Jason Kidd's talked about wanting you to be more aggressive, specifically on the ground. You're kind of scoring from all 3 things tonight. What did you like about your level of aggression, and what's really clicked for you in these last couple of games?
Yeah, just having an aggressive mentality. I think that's really what it is for me. Just being able to flip that switch where I can be aggressive, and obviously if I'm able to score, that's great. But I think it opens up for my teammates as well. Being able to shoot the 3 and then being able to finish around the rim as well kind of opens up my game, and defenders will play me a little bit differently, and so my ability just to read them and obviously get my teammates open as well. So it's just a mentality, just an aggressive mentality, and continuing to lean into that.
You guys have beaten them twice in, about a month here. What do you think you've done well? They've been a really good team this year.
Yeah, I think just executing the game plan. Obviously, they got KD, who's Hall of Fame player, and he was still 14 for 26. But just trying to make it difficult for him. Just trying to make it difficult for all their guys. And I think a stat is they're the best offensive rebounding team in NBA history if you were to go off stats. So I thought we did a good job of kind of boxing out and kind of taking away that from them. There were some possessions where they're still able to get a lot, but I think for the most part we did a good job of limiting their offensive rebounds and just trying to make it difficult for KD. Obviously they got other guys that can hoop too, but KD's obviously the problem. So.
You had 7, obviously. Was that a key focus for you personally?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a focus for all of us, especially going into this game in particular, being able to come back and help rebound. You got Capella down there, he's a beast, and, Tari and, Men Thompson and Jabari, they're all crashing too. And so it's not just on the bigs to rebound the ball in this type of game. And so, myself and everybody else included needed to come back and help rebound, and we were able to do a good job of that.
Max, not to get too introspective on you for the night, but we know this game you've been playing for a while now, and it's your career, but what keeps you dedicated to getting better?
That's a good question. I think for me, just I think first and foremost, just trusting in the Lord. I think that's big for me. It's something I've really leaned into, and gives me a reason to wake up every day just trying to be the best version of myself in that aspect. But I think it's just a motivation for me every day I wake up. I want to get the most out of myself that I can. So obviously basketball is great, being able to be the best basketball player that I can be, but also the best individual I can be, brother, son, you can go down the list. So I think that's just the motivation for me, just wanting to get the most out of myself. So, yeah.
I think fans are probably wondering, I was wondering if you could put a finger on how you guys could fall behind Sacramento like that and lose to a lesser team like Sacramento, but then you have a game like tonight.
I mean, every team in the NBA is an NBA team. It doesn't matter who you're playing. You can throw the records out the window. They're professional basketball players, and every team is different. Obviously, it's very matchup dependent as well, but it's the NBA, and it's hard to win in this league regardless of the team that you're playing, whether they're have the best record or the worst record. It doesn't matter. And so obviously it's a good win for us tonight. Houston's been very successful so far this season, and now we're going into SAC for our next game, and obviously we lost to them last time, so we're going to try and get them back. But again, it's the NBA, and every team is a great team regardless of the record. So it doesn't really matter who we're playing, and it's always going to be difficult to win.
Cooper got in foul trouble early, and he was able to kind of help out in other ways tonight.
Mm-hmm.
When he was scouted college-wise, defense was kind of what him, and then offense, I think he's probably doing better than he expected.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about his ability to be this two-way player pretty early in his NBA career?
Yeah, I mean, it's not surprising. He's an elite basketball player, and obviously he didn't shoot it great tonight, but he still had 7 rebounds, 6 assists, 2 steals, so a block shot. Like, he's still affecting the game, obviously, outside of scoring. And, you know, he got in foul trouble early, probably took away his rhythm a little bit, but, you know, you can control your effort and energy on the defensive end, and you can control your rebounding as well. That's also effort. So he did all those things tonight, you know, regardless of his scoring. And, you know, he's going to be an effective player for us, whether he's making a lot of shots or not. And so that's a plus for us, and that's, you know, what makes him such a great player.
He's played basically exactly as many minutes as he played all of last year at Duke, about the same amount of games.
Yeah.
And Jason Kidd said it kind of felt like he was touching the rookie wall. Do you remember what that was like your first year in the league? And the dog days of the season setting in?
Yeah, you get around January, February is when it kind of starts to settle in, I think, for everybody. It's when the season can start to get, you know, mundane and redundant. You're playing games every day. The minutes are starting to wear on you, but I think he's been just fine. Like I said, I think he's affected the game in other ways outside of his scoring, and he's been playing a lot of minutes. You know, he's 19 now. He's, you know, probably played more games than he had in his college career, and like you said, probably the same amount of minutes, and we still got half the season left. So, you know, he's going to be fine, and he's built for that, and, you know, that's why he was the #1 pick. That's why he is who he is. So he's going to be great for us. So, yeah.
You talked to AD about, you know, your time with the Lakers too, and he's seen you evolve from there to here.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of said, you know Max maybe the best. He said D'Angelo Russell probably does. But D'Lo here now, what is y'all's relationship like? How do you kind of use him as another vet in the corner?
Yeah, D'Lo's been with me for my whole career. Basically, he came in the trade deadline my rookie year, and he's, you know, obviously been such a great support and help for me. And I've learned so much from him, watching him play, and seeing how he's also evolved as well. And, you know, me just trying to pick his brain a little bit, take bits and pieces every now and then just to continue to learn from him. And same with AD. Obviously, AD's going to be a Hall of Fame player, and I've been with him my whole career now. We've been, you know, everywhere together. So continuing to watch him as well, and, you know, continuing just to learn, you know, from his basketball IQ and obviously his stuff off the court as well. So both of them have been great for me, great vets that I can lean on, and people that I've learned from for sure. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.